So we live in this suburban neighborhood with an HOA that thinks it's running the country. Seriously, they fine people for things like having their trash cans out 10 minutes early or using the wrong shade of beige for your mailbox. It's that kind of place. My wife and I usually just roll our eyes and try to stay out of their radar, but apparently we weren't low-key enough this time. A few weeks ago, we get a letter taped to our front door, not mailed, not emailed, taped like some kind of threat. It was a $2,500 fine for unauthorized exterior modifications. What was the horrible offense, you ask? We repainted our shutters, that's it. We didn't tear down a wall or add a pool. We just painted the shutters dark gray instead of their approved forest dust or whatever dumb name they have for greenish brown. My wife, being the reasonable person she is, goes to the HOA office to talk it out, calmly, respectfully. But that's where she met her. Let's call her Karen because of course. Karen is the self-appointed queen of the HOA. She's not on the board, she just volunteers to help and makes everyone's lives miserable. Karen straight up told my wife, "If you can't follow the rules, maybe this neighborhood isn't for you." My wife said, "I'm not leaving my house over shutters." Karen wasn't having it. She started yelling, called her combative, and told her to leave. So my wife did, and that should have been the end of it. But no, 2 days later we're sitting on the couch and a police cruiser rolls up. I'm thinking, this has to be a mistake. Nope. An officer walks up to our door, says someone called in a complaint for harassment and verbal threats against my wife. Guess who called it in? Karen. Now here's the twist. My wife works in law enforcement. She's not a uniformed cop, she's a sworn-in officer working in investigations. She doesn't usually flash it around unless she has to, but now was one of those times. She shows her badge and credentials, calmly explains the situation, and the cop immediately gets it. He's respectful, takes some notes, and says, "Seems like a civil issue to me." Karen, who's watching this from her porch like it's reality TV, starts yelling, "Don't let her intimidate you. She can't flash a fake badge." The cop walks over to her, and that's when my wife walks down and again very professionally says, "Ma'am, I'm a sworn officer of the state. What you've just done, filing a false police report, is a criminal offense. And now you're interfering with an investigation." Karen literally chokes on her words. She tries to walk back everything. "I didn't mean to file a report, I just wanted someone to talk to her." You could see the moment she realized she wasn't in charge. She swore in the very person she was trying to get arrested. Long story short, the officer told Karen to stop harassing us or she'd be the one facing charges. The HOA quietly waived the fine a week later, probably realizing they had no leg to stand on. And Karen, she hasn't made eye contact with us since.